Hello, this is Brian and George and June the 5th today. And we just thought we'd just do a quick video because I'm driving to come over and meet the sponsor of the Kariobangi project. So how you doing, George?
I am doing so well, Pastor Brian. It's always a pleasure seeing you there with the African Kenya shirt.
Yes, I put my shirt on. I got this in Kenya. Someone bought this for me, my Kenya shirt.
Yeah,
Pastor
yes,
George, you are just a great hero as we travel to 20 towns and cities and tell about the documentary and the rescue and everything that you've done. How many, I didn't prepare you with this question. How many times has your life been threatened? I remember the once they said, don't come into the dump today to rescue the baby because it's a fake story. Tell me about that.
yes, Pastor Brian. I know this is now 2025. We first met around 2009 there, so many, many years.
Yeah.
And when you started the Rescue Act 2011, so many, many times. I think I can't remember, but the ones that I remember, four times have been threatened with calls telling me you are the one ensuring that people with the abortion clinics are being closed and all that. So I've
Yeah.
faced a lot of
There was two
threats.
abortion clinics that were closed
Yes,
down because people were phoning us for their babies, and they came after
yes,
you. You were the reason their
yeah,
business closed down.
yeah. Mm,
Crazy. Now, your
mm,
your assistant Daniel, he was attacked once, or was
mm.
it more than once?
It was more than once. I remember twice that he
Uh-huh.
was beaten. In fact, even right now, he's having an eye problem because of the effect of what
Oh.
was the beating that he had to go through those days.
They thought that you and Daniel had lots of money because you were rescuing babies, so they jumped
Yes.
and attacked him because they thought he had money.
Yeah, like for example, when we visit the team, when the team visit, we will go take them around the dam, so they will think that maybe you have left some dollars to us. So they will go back in the evening and seek for that.
Yeah.
Sometime we had to come in and just save life to ensure that don't have any problem because life is important than money.
Yeah. Well, George, I just wanted to give you a chance to thank the sponsor. I was just looking back. We were looking for a piece of land for the Kariobangi project for a few years, and me and Andrew Teal from Penticton, we were there looking at this land, and then that other land fell through because the family weren't organized or in agreement. And finally, we found this land, and God gave us a miracle for the land. But then you had a vision to have this four-story building, and it was an absolute miracle that we've got a brand new sponsor that we never met. Just God
Well,
works in mysterious ways. When did you first start building the building? When did the shovel go in the ground with the new builder?
the shovel went down with the new builder in the first week of March.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, the first week of March. That is when we had. It was on a Sunday, and on a Sunday when we met as a church, and when we went there, we did the groundbreaking. And that week we had the machine going down to break those rocks and also doing some demolitions on what the other building that was there, and they set to ensure that the entire building was flat
Yeah,
to go almost 1.5 meters down to find the strong rock that the
solid rock.
four-story building will sit on.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
when you were building or meeting with the architect and the builders, you always had our lawyer and our auditor with you in all those negotiations to protect us. Is that right?
Yes, we have a contract. We have a contractor on site, and this contract we have a contract agreement that has been done by our lawyer,
Hmm.
and then the quote of building has been shared with us, which is with all of us, including our auditor. And now that we are paying them on material basis, anytime we buy the material, then we do the 18%. Actually, it's got favor that they have taken 18%. Most building, they take up to 35%. But they also said they are coming to give into the work that we are doing, which is to rescue. And that's the
Yeah.
keyword, to rescue. We are not just a church, but we are a church that rescue people in the community.
Right. So
Yes,
that's to cover the builder, the contractor, and all the laborers. They
yes,
cut it down as low as they could.
yes.
That's a good negotiation. So what is happening this week? I haven't seen anything on the Kariobangi Facebook for a while. I encourage you to do it every week. Somebody, either you or somebody, could just take a camera and just see what's happening every week.
Yeah, Pastor Brian, I know the last 2 weeks have been a lot of planning a few things, but tomorrow I'll be on the ground. The foundation walls, that is where we cover the slab, because we dug the ground and then did the beams. They are around uh, 40, there are strong beams that are going to hold on that. That one has been done very strong. The report that has come from the government lab test, that was a very good mixing with the right quality. So the builder is going to the next. So we are doing the foundation walls, those strong walls, and then cover it with a slab. So uh, tomorrow we will be done with all the foundation walls, and then we do the slab this week, next week, and then now the beams, the column beams to start going to the first floor will be going. So by end of this month, we will be done with the column beams. Yes,
So the big beams going up on all the different corners that are going to
yeah,
support the whole four
yes,
floors, the beams will
yes,
be done.
yes,
And then you're going to pour the cement the entire floor of the first
yes.
floor.
Mhm.
Okay. And when will the floor of the second floor be in so that you can have church inside there
Uh,
temporarily?
uh, the month of July is we will now be doing the higher the hall. That is
Uh-huh.
the first, yes.
Yeah.
So this time around we are done with the flat strong beam, and then now we raise the beams that are going to hold the hall
Yeah.
for the next floor that is going to be on upper floor.
So can you move your church in there in August to start having meetings, or do we have to wait until?
Yes, because every step we are doing the testing and the recommendation by the government. Once we do that, because they must give us an okay to occupy,
Right.
so that as much as we are building up, then they know that the debris or anything is not going to fall on the occupants down here.
Right. Now,
Yes,
your landlord where you're at right now
yes.
is graciously giving you an extension. We passed the deadline where you needed to move out. So God gave you a miracle.
Yes, I took them on site and told them we are a church that has been totally depending on sponsors. So just recently, a miracle came, and we cannot speed up the building. So he looked at that, and also with church leaders, he accepted. Though we had to pay extra, so we have paid extra
Uh,
up to the month of October,
yeah.
that
Well,
we
that's
believe.
normal.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you have a yearly lease, so yeah,
yes,
you had to pay more for the
yes.
extended.
But we are so grateful that even as we are building, God is also being giving us favor with the landlord to be gracious to us as we build.
Yeah. Now,
Yes,
so we'll move in as soon as we get the building permit, you're going to move the church in there, and then
yes,
they'll keep building on the second floor for the church
yes.
auditorium.
Mhm.
Now, what kind of stores do you think will be rented out in the basement when we can move the church up to the second floor? What are they like pharmacies or water business or selling food and clothes? What kind of stores do you think?
uh, Number one, we because there is a big hospital close by,
Uh-huh.
so we are putting in the pharmacy.
Yeah,
And
funny.
then another one is that many of this building is going to carry about around 1,000 people sitting there. So we are also putting an eatery like a hotel, whereby some of the church members will be get their job here, while we serve this community on that medium, at least an affordable food so that even when you have a meeting, somebody can come there and pay maybe $1 and get something like rice and beans,
So
so
like
that they will.
a small little
Yes,
restaurant or just a
yes, a
cafeteria
small,
where they can go get fast food?
no, a small like a cafeteria, because
Cafeteria.
here, yeah, they will. It is easier to do rice and beans, so
Okay.
that the next time when we have any meeting, we can tell people we will be preparing meal down there. You can go down there and buy at one
So
dollar.
of course we will give some of our church members the opportunity to start some businesses
Yes, yes.
and run some of
Plus,
those.
plus we have some. We will have some six small cubes that, because we are dealing with the rescue, there are some of the members in the church who will be working in that facility will be working. We will be sleeping there. Is like the one that we will restore back, like kind of the two houses, the four houses that we demolished originally.
Right.
That the caretakers on the church, the rescue
Hmm.
center will be staying there, but they will not be staying there for free. At least they will be able to pay something small for the maintenance of the. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we bought
Mm.
part of the land we bought had little houses, not little houses, but little one bedroom apartments. So they
Yes.
were getting really old. So we're going to be building some of those apartments because the plumbing's already there and some of the different things. So there'll be brand new apartments. What is there, like 10 of them?
Yes, we have put 10 of them, but because we are leaving some areas for space for lift, just for the elderly to reach out on the other side, or we call it for some people with disability.
The
So
elevator.
yeah, the elderly, we are going to reduce them to 8 to ensure that we provide that space as per the recommendation of the architect.
Very good. Well,
Yes.
what would you like to say to the wonderful sponsor who has paid for this first floor?
Yeah, I was just looking at at my page, a reminder that came 10 years, 11 years ago. On 14th, I think it was on 11th of June 2011, 2014, when we were sitting down with our team, Kariobangi team, to talk about four strategic plan, and one of it was to own land and then build, and then build the team, and now continue serving the community. God has used you as a great sponsor 10 years later to ensure that this 10 strategic plan has been accomplished. We are now have land, and not just the land, we are building, and we have already done the foundation. So this is so strategic that God would give us a plan 10 years ago and then prepare someone 10 years later to come and fulfill it. This is amazing. I'm so grateful. We are so grateful that you will be part of God's plan for the Kariobangi building, which is not just a church, but to rescue families, to
Mhm.
restore people that have lost hope, and ensure that these teenage moms, young men that need restoration, are empowered for eternity and for the future. May the Lord really bless you.
You know, we've been telling people that we've helped hundreds of women with
Mm.
microloans and young mothers, like teenagers, and rescued 620 babies. It's more than that. That was 620 in the fall. But we are planning to rescue thousands. And that next floor above the auditorium, what's your projection if God provides the money? When could that training floor be completed, do you think? Would it be done
Yeah,
before Christmas?
I think because now we are going in a monthly projection now to do every floor, with God's provision, and we are looking forward that by November, December, God willing, we will be done with this.
Yeah. You know,
Yes.
the sponsor was asking me, what do you do to help men with microloans and stuff? And how is the pig project doing? If you can you just remind me, was there like 10 or 20 men that Andrew Teal helped get going with a pig project, which is strange, right in the middle of the slum? Can you explain that?
Yes, these men are the men that initially were mugging people. They would wait for you in the dark and mug you, take your phone, take your money, and then
Mug,
God,
mug you like a
yes,
gang.
yes, like a gun. And then God gave me a burden to reach out to them, tell them I've lived in this community and God is using me to come and and change this community. You can be part of the change. And so they said, but we don't have money. We said, what do you think? And then they said, we can begin a big project. So Andrew Tell, together with Pastor Mark and Ray, when they came here, we sat down and we started with 3 pigs. And so that 3 pigs will give birth. And you see, they don't give birth to one, they give it to piglets. And so at some point, because of space, they will sell it. And then they empower themselves with the money, but ensure that at least the 3 and the 4 mothers are there. So that is what they are doing. And once they do that, they also add some farming. We call it farming in a smart way, where they put soil together in a polythene bag and then they put vegetables there. I
Oh,
have taken a few vegetables some time back to bring into my house when they blessed me. Yeah, when they blessed me with that. So this is what has engaged them, but at least they are able to do that. Anytime Pastor Brian will visit with you in the slum, he will always tell you the Pastor George is our pastor, he's our friend. And the
hmm.
community there, I've kept on saying, Pastor George, what you are doing to these boys, keep doing that. And so by this center, we believe that we are going to train them now, not just the pig, because I think when we have the space, we can teach them masonry. I right now about I think we have 4 of them who are working on site, carrying those rocks, doing the sand. At least they're able to get something. But now we want to train them that they can be part of our future builders, future carpenters, future masonry, future hairdressing, like the barbers. So we are going to do trainings on this center so that we also release them to the field of market. They can be competitive enough with other people to run for those job opportunities
Yeah.
because we have trained them, yes, for its skills.
I also know that you are helping reach out to like 100 street teenagers
Yes,
that
yes, yes.
are surviving on glue, and how
Mm-hmm.
we use Lawrence, who had gasoline poured all over him, the story in my book. And he gave his testimony and he gathered all those people and we fed them. So I know you're helping those kids, and it's a great project. And we're going to have a visit with the sponsor and we're going to let her
Mm-hmm.
answer every question. So maybe we'll do another interview. But thank you, George. I know you're meeting with Connie every Thursday right
Yeah,
now about the Dream
uh,
Center, and
yeah,
great things are happening at the Dream Center. I heard another baby was just rescued this week with the umbilical cord still
yes.
attached, like Samuel in their
Actually, I
movie.
received a call yesterday. I received a call yesterday, but because I was busy somewhere, I had to send our social workers
Yeah.
to go and rescue another child with umbilical cord attached. But this time around, we did not cut it. The doctor, the nurses had to cut it.
Very
Yes,
good. Well, pray for us.
yes,
We'll be in Vernon, Penticton
yes,
with Pastor Mark and Rhea and Andrew Teal and his wife Bev, and then in Kelowna this weekend. So God bless you, George. Thank you. And try to do something every week on the Kariobangi Facebook. You or somebody else. Just ask somebody to go take a picture
yes.
if you're busy and see what's
We'll do that.
happening.
We'll do that. We'll
Hey,
do that, Pastor Brand. Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless.